Welcome to today's class. I will be preparing you for NECO 2025 Mathematics. What are you going to gain from this video? I'm going to tell you 10 topics you must revise before the exam. Get your pen, get your paper, tick each of them. Revise these topics very well. And another thing I'm going to do in this video, I'm going to solve real NECO questions on statistics, cumulative frequency, how to plot the ogive, the percentile, the quartile, the semi-quartile, the interquartile range, the percentiles. We are going to look at it. Please watch this video to the end. I will start by listing all the topics and then we'll take an example of real NECO question that you should expect. And please like this video, subscribe to this channel and turn the bell notification for more videos so that once there is any update before the exam, I'll put it up on this platform. Now, the first thing, the elementary part, that is indices and logarithm. The questions must come out. The beginning part, the elementary part. Then under algebraic expression, what problems that will require you simplify, expand algebraic problems? What problems under algebraic expression? How to simplify algebraic expression? How to expand algebraic expression? Then under measuration, area, volume, surface area of shapes. Please note. And remember that you have to note the formula for each of them, how to find the area of composite shapes, volumes and all that, very important. And then under geometry and trigonometry, please revise it today and tick it. The one ticking it, after each revision, write all these down, screenshot it and tick, and make sure you go through before entering the exam hall. Then graphs and simultaneous equation. Quadratic graph, simultaneous equation, inequality graphs, very, very important. Remember, we are doing one at the end of this video, the cumulative frequency graph. Then arithmetic progression and geometric progression. There is a video I'm linking to this video on arithmetic and geometric progression, AP and GP, the one I did for WAEC. Please go through that video again and remind yourself of the formulas I gave under AP and GP. Then construction and loci, very, very important. Construction, loci, bearing, please revise your construction. It's one of the easiest topics you can easily do and get your marks. Then set theory and Venn diagrams. Set theory and Venn diagrams, very important. Please revise this. If you revise these 10 topics, you're sure of A in mathematics. Then quadratic equation, completing the square method. I made a video, completing the square method is easy. Please watch that video. It's very easy, simplified. Don't miss that video before the exam. Then probability and statistics, very, very important. Probability and statistics, very important. Mean, median, mode, and probability, very important. Now let's go into the video on how to find cumulative frequency, the percentile, the quartiles, the semi-quartile, the upper and lower quartiles, and then the interquartile range. Let's look at this real NECO question. The following contains the distribution of ages of some adults in Elerin village. This is the ages. You can see the lower boundary and the upper boundary. Then this is the frequency. We are to find the median. The median is the 50th percentile. I'm going to show you how to get at it. The lower quartile, the upper quartile, Q3, the interquartile range, that's Q3 minus Q1, the semi-quartile range, that's Q3 minus Q1 over 2. Then we have, let's say we can have the percentile. Also have something like, they will tell you to find the 20th percentile. Find the 20th percentile. So the first thing we need to do is to find the cumulative frequency curve. So we'll get the cumulative frequency. To get the cumulative frequency, the first one remains 3. Then what do? We'll say 5. We'll have 5 plus 3. That will give us 8. The next one, we'll have 4 plus 8. That's 12. The next one, 5 plus 12, 17. The next one, 18 plus 17. That will give us 35. The next one, we'll have 5 here. 5 plus 35. You see how to form the cumulative frequency. The first one remains 3. Then the next frequency is 5 plus the first one, 8. Next one, 4 plus 8. 5 plus 12. 18 plus 17. Then 35. The new one is 5. The new one is 12. 12 plus the old cumulative frequency, that's 52. Then 5 plus 52, 57. 3 plus 57, 60. So the total frequency is 60. The last one gives the total frequency. Then the next thing to do is, how do we find the median, the lower quartile, the upper quartile, and all this? So before we can find this, we have to plot the cumulative frequency against these upper boundaries, the upper ones only. It's from there that we can form the Ogilvy curve and then locate all these positions. So this area will have the cumulative frequency, and then this area will have the upper boundaries and everything starting from 0. So we can have, let's use 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 100. Then the upper boundaries, 60. So when it's 3 at 34, let's put 3 here at 34. Then 8 at 39. Then we have 12 at 44. 17 at 49. 35 at 54. 40 at 59. You trace 59 and 40 and 59. 12 and 52. 64 and 52 and 64. 57 and 69, 60 and 72. So we can join it to get our curve. So once you get the curve, the ogive curve, if you're asked to find the median is the 50th percentile, or you can call it the second quartile, is the middle one. So when you check the middle, you trace it. Remember, this will be done on the graph. You trace to get the center of the ogive curve. So the center, the median, will have it at 54. At 54. Then the next thing we are going to do is to find the lower quartile, Q1. The lower quartile is, to get the lower quartile, you will use 1/4 n plus 1 position. 60 plus 1 is 61. So 61/4. Remember, the n is the total number, which is 60. So 60 plus 1, that's 61/4. That will give us 15th point something. That's the 15th point something position. Not this 15.2 is not the final answer. You have to locate the position and trace it. The 15th is around here. So if we trace it, we'll be having our answer as, trace it down. This is the position that will give you Q1. That's at, we can take the position, that's the 15.2 position. When you trace it down, you'll be having your answer as 48.5. That's what I have. If you use the graph, 48.5. I've done the median, you have done the lower, then the upper quartile, that's III. The upper quartile, Q3, will be 3/4 of n plus 1 position on the graph. So we'll have 3/4, 60 plus 1, that will give us 3 times 61/4. Remember, this is just to get the position, not your final answer. This is where some people misunderstand it. We have 45 points. You can say 45.88 position. So you come and check 45 and trace it to the curve. Where it touches the curve, okay, that's 45.8. To where it touches the curve, you trace it down and get the value here. Remember, you'll be doing it on your graph. When you do it on your graph, your final answer will be 62 position. So now the next thing is to find the interquartile range, IV. The interquartile range is a range Q3 minus Q1. Then the semi-interquartile range will be Q3 minus Q1 over 2. That's the semi-interquartile range. Whatever you get is a range. Then the percentile. Remember, the percentile is the median, which we have gotten already. And then we can have the 20th percentile. If you talk about the 20th percentile, how do you get it? To be 20/100. 60th position. If you cancel this way, the 12th score or age. Remember that the median is the 50th percentile. So please practice statistics very well. Read and prepare yourself, and I'm assuring you that you're going to make A. Hope you got value. Please like this video, share it to someone writing this exam, and turn the bell notification for more videos. See you in the next class.